going on, guys? Today is Monday, the 5th of September. So doing the weekly outlook today. Usually I try and post these on a Sunday. However, today was a public holiday here in the US, which is Labor Day today. So, very, very slow day in the market. So I kind of want to see what price action unfolded. That we have sort of a clearer idea of what to look for as we move into the new week. Now, as we are also in the very first week of September, so it's a new month, I just want to kind of break down what we did in the mentorship program for the month of August. So we did around 30%, give or take, anywhere between 30 to 35% by the for the month, which is great. That's, of course, that's assuming 1% risk. That's 30, 35 RR. Now, we actually missed a few trades as well because they were, in Asian session. So it could have been more, but even then, 30%, that is a ridiculously good month. That's pretty standard for us. So, to put that in money terms is, let's say you're trading a 100K account. That is 30% of that. So it's 30K, 200K account, 60K. Or even if you're trading, maybe a smaller account, such as like a $10,000 account, that's still $3,000. That's a very, very good month. So I always think of everything in terms of percentages. I do everything all my risk is based off a percentage, and I think it's the best way to view it. So very, very good month. Now, many of you have seen that, we're still holding a position on GBP USD. I believe we took this on the 18th of last month. This has now gone on to reach 600 pips, just over 600 pips. An amazing trade, reaching a 1 to 17.59. So, amazing returns on this. Now, we didn't ride the full position down. We closed a good amount of it here at this 1.18 thousand level, but then we still have, anywhere between like 20% running, 25% running. We actually took more off this today. I instructed them to take more off this today, and I explained why. So mentorship students, make sure you guys, before you watch this, go watch the actual market review that I posted for you, okay? Because I do cover that. But yeah, what an amazing trade. This just goes to show, guys, swing trading is a less is more approach, all right? It's about taking quality over quantity. You can make an obscene amount of profit and returns every month with a handful of positions. Like 2 or 3 positions a week can go a long way over a month period, especially when they're not all going to do 600 pip moves, but 100 pips here, 200, 300 there, it all adds up. I don't really think of things in terms of pips anyways. I really focus on this number right here, risk reward. I'm all about risk reward, which is what I always say, RR. So that's always my primary focus. Now, there's a few pairs I'm looking at for the public Discord this week. Most of the pairs I'm kind of waiting on. Everything just kind of needs a little bit more price action. So I may even upload an additional video tomorrow. I'll definitely have one out on Wednesday, but for now, let's have a look at a few pairs. So talking about the dollar. Now, the dollar is very, very bullish still. We have to understand, very, very bullish. A lot of people always just trying to pick the tops on this. You don't. Just flow with price, all right? Like weekly, super, super bullish. Daily, super, super bullish. And right now on the 4 hour as well, and on like the 2 hour and the 4 hour, we're really respecting this 109.8, 110 level. So looks like we should see a move higher. As long as price respects this level of structure, we should see a move higher from here. Otherwise, if price was to break lower, mentorship students, you already know about this from Sniper Sundays yesterday, we could see something like this. But for now, we are seeing price action that indicates a bullish move higher. Now, if this moves higher, then obviously we'll likely see pairs like GU, NU, AU, all of them move lower with the dollar strength, or maybe even pairs like USD JPY will have that extra push higher, or even USD Swiss. All right, so let's have a look at a few pairs. So starting with CAD JPY, there was a really clean buy here yesterday that I shared, actually on, not with you guys in the public Discord, but I shared this on a live call we did yesterday. I shared this setup with the mentorship students. So this is currently floating risk-free. These are also 2 positions I've shared here in the public Discord since the last 3-4 weeks. Position 1 reaching 250 pips in profit for 1 to 8.5. This position here reaching 185 pips. Now, I only have a little bit of this running. I closed most of it up here. This is now running at 1 to 6.15, and obviously this one running here. So even this is around 2% in profit, 1 or 2%. Like even this, let's say that's a 1 to 8.5. Let's just say it's 1 to 9. That's 15%. That's 16%. Guys, that's one pair, 3 weeks, 16%. Like, it's not hard. You just need quality setups, right? A lot of the mentorship students who also follow this channel, use this as practice. Like, they've caught these trades, and it's been amazing to profit for them. Many of them have funded accounts as well, so they're getting some big paydays which is amazing to see. So hopefully with this, we can see a move higher. Now, I am also aware of a possible reversal from this 107, 200 region here. So right now, I am technically watching for a sell hedge from this level. What I would want to see is price kind of push up like here on the 1 hour or the 2 hour, and then maybe give me some clean rejections here and then maybe a break lower. However, guys, this overall, this pair is very, very bullish. So I actually do believe if that doesn't play out, I believe we'll see something like this for a move up into this 1085, 109 region. We have a lot of structure here at 1075, but then if we were to look further back, we can see 108 is a pretty big level for this pair. So, you know, a move into 108 is an easy 1 to 4.4. So just between these three pairs, that's, you know, 20% in a month, right, on one pair. So we'll see what we get price action wise, but definitely worth watching for the sell. Otherwise, watch for the break higher on this. Euro JPY as well, another setup I shared yesterday, broke down in the on a live call with the mentorship students. Now again, this setup, the entry itself didn't actually give until agent session, so I didn't catch this one. I did catch CJ though, but very, very clean setup right off of 139,000. So mentorship students, you guys on this, you know, you guys are obviously risk-free, about 50, 60 pips in profit. Very, very easy textbook setup for what you guys are taught. Now, we are looking for possible sells from this level here at 139.8, 140 region. So watching for possible sells here. However, very similar to CAD JPY, if price can actually break above this level, we can look for a scale-in buy opportunity to take this pair higher up into 140.5, 141, and that, you know, that right there is a 1 to 4, and then maybe even higher from there. So we have two areas of interest to watch this right now, watching for the sell. Otherwise, we'll see this break higher, maybe get some more buy positions. USD Swiss, nothing I'm really interested in. EA, again, nothing I'm really interested in. There was a really nice sell here on Friday on this pair. That's going on to do, I know a few of my students called this. I didn't catch this. I wasn't really paying attention to this pair at this time. I don't really trade these pairs that much. I really trade CAD JPY and then all of these. I really focus on my main 6. Less is more, guys. You do not need 10 pairs. You can do a lot of damage with like even 3 pairs. Like you only need a handful. Yeah, this is going on to do about 115, 120 pips for one, just under a 1 to 3. I do see more downside on this for now, but like I would want to see something like this before I would consider taking any sells, like a further rejection of this 146.2 region. That's what I'd be looking for. But right now, I'm not really too interested. But if it was to come up and do this in like the hourly or 2 hour and give some clean price action, like this could be a nice little sell from this level. You know, something like this, for example. You know, it's a nice little 1 to 3 just from there to there. And, you know, let's say you caught this one as well, which I know a few of my students did on Friday. You know, a 1 to 4 and a 1 to 3, that's 7%. Like, it's easy money, guys. So watching for that, but again, I need to see a bit more. It's kind of just trickling along, going sideways. AED USD. All right, so technically right now I'm looking for sells. Last week I was favoring a more bullish move higher. However, like I said in the video last week and in the post, I was watching for buys, but that doesn't mean I'm always taking buys. So obviously the buy setup never played out. There was never a buy entry. So right now I am favoring a sell, especially considering we're looking at DXY strength here. If this was to push higher, then that's a good confluence for AUD USD to go lower. So what I'm kind of looking for here is I'm just looking for some more bearish price action. Like it's very, very sideways, kind of messy. You know, I would ideally like to see something like this. This would be perfect if price did something like this in like the 1 hour or 2 hour. I just want to see more. It's very, very sideways. I don't want to get caught up in this in some consolidation. So that's what I'm sort of looking for here. Now, of course, if price does break higher and doesn't give the sell setup, then I'll be looking for a retest of this level to go up, back up into this 0.69500 level here. So that's what I'm looking for. But right now, I'm monitoring for the sells. And then USD JPY, again, I am favoring more of an upside move on this still. However, I am monitoring for sells from this level, just in case. What I would like to see here is if I was to get some, like a push up in here and then get some really bearish price action on like the 1 hour, the 2 hour, and then maybe a confluence of like maybe DXY fails to push up and maybe pushes down, then maybe we could see a move lower from here. I'm not talking about a full reversal, but just a short-term corrective move, you know, something sort of like this, for example, you know, back down into 138.8 or 139. That's a nice little 1 to 5, or even back down into this structure here, which needs a retest at 137.5. That's a 1 to 8.5. Like, you know, whenever, just because the pair is bullish doesn't mean you can't sell it. All right, you just have to understand what you're looking for. You know, the market doesn't, like, the market does this, right? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Now, it's not always perfect. I don't believe in higher high, higher low. It's not always like that. The market does not always print perfect structure. That's in an ideal world. Sometimes the market can do this, you know, or then this. Like, it's never an ideal world. But ultimately, we can see a bullish trend is usually like this, right? But you want to get to your trade into a position where you can catch this move and this move and this move and this move and this move, because that's a lot of profit. If you're just if a pair is bullish and you're just riding the upward move and you're not getting the corrections, you're missing out on like half your opportunity. Now, it's not risky to sell in a bullish market. I know that's what a lot of people say, but it's, if you understand what you're looking for, it's not, right? It's just a matter of figuring out how to trade properly, right? And also, you know, using things to your advantage, such as hedging and scaling in. For example, you know, on GU, I might look to take a buy on this pair at some point, and even though we're super bearish, but it's gonna have to come up eventually, right? So not only will I catch the buy up, but it will also be a risk-free trade automatically, because let's say I took a buy down here, my open profit here would cover this. So like, let's say I took this buy here, for example, let's say I was to take a buy here for whatever reason, and this was to lose, my open profit here would cover this. So again, you know, it's about putting yourself in a win-win position as well, which is something else that I teach in the mentorship program and the advanced course. One more thing I want to cover is we do have a lot of news this week. I don't really care about news. I know I say that every time, but you know, there's always new people watching these videos. The main thing I'm really focusing on this week, or just focusing on but being aware of, is the interest rate decision coming out on Wednesday for CAD, and then the Fed Powell speech on Thursday. That's really the main ones. Otherwise, all this other stuff. Oh, sorry, and the GDP growth rate coming out of Australia, my home country. So again, I don't trade the news. I don't care about the news. I just like to be aware of certain news events and releases, just so I can be aware of any manipulation or volatility that might occur on particular pairs and things like that. Okay, that's it for now, guys. All right. So overall, it's a slow day today because it is a holiday here in the U.S. But for those who, I know a lot of you messaged me, you know, asked me the mentorship program, guys. Enrollment is open. It is capped. Okay. So right now there's like 15 spots left. Once they fill, like, it closes again. So get in while you can, all right? And we can work together and get your trading on point. And as we begin seeing more setups and more things line up, I will post some setups to monitor for in the public Discord, and maybe even another video on, I'll have another video on Wednesday, but maybe even one tomorrow or even on Thursday, depending on how price unfolds this week. That's it for now, guys. Have a great trading week. As always, keep that risk management strict and tight, and I'll update as we get more price action.